Okay, so yeah, when I first got invited to come to VGroups by a friend, I really didn't know exactly what to expect, and I was a little hesitant about coming at first. But once I got there, I immediately felt right at home. Just the atmosphere, the community is really chill and laid back, and I just really enjoyed being there and being around the people there. It was a comfortable place, a place where you could be open, we could just dive into the word and talk about it. Just for the first time, I was really held accountable in my faith through V groups, where I was actually challenged to go out and live the life that we were studying through Scripture, and where I had friends who I could look to hold me accountable in that regard, who I could look up to, and so we really challenged each other a lot in that regard. As far as the friendships, I developed lasting friendships through V groups, friendships that still hold strong even through college, even through distance. So that's been really cool as well.
I think first impressions is a really cool thing that we do at Village Church, because as soon as you get out of your car, as soon as the first student walks out, they're greeted with just friendly faces and encouragement and excitement, just like right when they walk in. And for me, it was something that Village Church, when I first came, I remember feeling welcome and feeling the family atmosphere, and that's why I wanted to be involved with it, and just really to make sure that when every student walks in, they get the same experience that I did, just feeling welcomed, and just if they had a bad day, right when they get here, their day starts getting better.
I think that serving brings something different. You can watch them come in and out and kind of like watch your child go in and see kind of them change, but being able to be here and watch it in person, and even being involved and maybe you're the reason someone comes to church on Wednesday. I like to think that maybe I'm the reason someone comes on Wednesdays every now and then. And that it changes your perspective on things. And it's kind of, like I said earlier, it's been a catalyst for me to be a role model in my own life. I don't want to walk outside of the church doors and then students see me doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. I want a student to look at me and say, man, I want to be like that. I want my walk to look like that. So being here and serving kind of really it puts a different spin on things as far as just watching.
I got into leadership at Village here because I guess Matthew saw something in me, a leadership position, and he gave me the opportunity to lead. And that was very heartening to me, because from that I've learned that I want to go beyond into college and study biblical theology so I can be a youth pastor like Matthew.
Yeah, I absolutely feel like it's a privilege. I think the neatest thing in getting involved with the guys that we've been in, especially the last couple of years, is you get to see them grow, you get to see them move into young adulthood, taking on responsibility for themselves more and more, and just to see them grow as from boys into young men, and then hopefully into fully functioning men, which is really cool. And then also giving them an avenue, which is what I like as a parent, which is giving them an avenue to have somebody to go to that isn't a parent. So they know that it's a safe place with Lou and I, that if they have something that they need to talk about, they need to open up with, that they know that we're going to listen, we're not going to judge, we're going to give them Christ-centered advice, and maybe even share things and triumphs or mistakes that we would have experienced when we were their age. Yeah. And I think that connection just helps them to realize everything's going to be okay. And that's that what we've got here is a safe place that they can learn about Christ, that they can grow, and that they can just become who they're meant to be.
Well, this is a home for me because the relationships I've made throughout my entire journey of being at this church are just absolutely incredible. I've made my best friends through this church. I know 3 or 4 nights a week I can come here and have a home away from home. This is my safe place. This is where I have no problem talking out my feelings and just asking questions, and knowing that I have safe relationships and I have family.
I went to my first getaway 4 years ago, and each getaway has had a profound change on my life, and I think on the student's life. There's so much soul searching. There's so much facing reality and facing who and what God is, and understanding that truly comes in that week. That there's something about that week that just changes not only you, but the students and the relationships you have with them. I mean, you laugh with them, you cry with them, and then you get up the next day and you do it all over. And it's just a whirlwind of emotions, but it's really raw and it's really real. And it's nice to be there with them in that moment, so that when they do get lost a little bit or begin to stray, you know what gets to them in their soul and in their heart, and you know how to pull them back. So it's important to have that time spent with them so that I can see that.
Well, when you get here, you see our welcoming team, and they're just out there being hype. They're welcoming every kid. They've got some tunes playing. Half the time you can see them, they're just out there dancing like they just don't care. And then you walk through the door, you see more welcoming people. You see people having fun. You see people talking to one another, and it's just all family here. I don't think I've really ever come across somebody being left out of something. And then you get in, then the worship with the lights, the passion, the force being put into it. It's just all so, amazing. And Matthew speaking, and he definitely has a lot of passion in his voice, and it's just a very powerful night. Just, it doesn't matter what night what Wednesday it is, you can always get something out of it.
Well, being a student, not a leader, but being as a student, I always looked up to the leaders. I always, gave them respect and looked at them as an authority figure, because they just, their words just impacted me so much. They're just being around me. They're playing with me when I was a little sixth grader. Matthew coming in and forcing us all to sit down and just, listen to him. It was, he gave off that big, tough guy atmosphere, but still a loving father figure atmosphere.